eventually Sylas, Aatrox, Xin, and Sona will just out-heal you and actually out-teamfight you. So when you're Jackson Rise, that's not what you want to be hearing inside of teamfights. You don't want to actually think, oh wow, 3 and 4 items are not breakpoints where we just simply take over the game. There is a massive power shift with Ezreal potentially being able to try to blow up Sona really quickly with the new build variation that he's had.
Yeah.
With the Ezreal AD AP hybrid with Ludens that can just QW EU and you're almost dead. That would potentially open up some sort of a window, but interestingly enough, I really don't think the Rise Jax is going to be the typical 3-4 item monsters that they normally are, specifically because of the way AFREECA's team composition is.
Well, AFREECA's team composition is very short range, but is also the one that doesn't necessarily want to be running into a fight against their opponent, right? I feel like being short range is fine for this particular comp, just with how it wants to play out. SKT would have liked to have a bit of range on their side, however, and they just straight up don't have it. They've got Ezreal for a bit of poke, they've got Karma for a bit of poke there as well, but it's not huge range poke. It's not like you can engage from a really far distance with some long CC, things like that. They've got long range slows, I guess, but otherwise not really anything to get a fight going with a pick to begin it, and that's what's really dangerous against this AFREECA composition. SKT fans in full voice. Of course, it is standing room only here at LoL Park because SKT's playing all of the fans all of the time for these guys. As we are onto the Rift for our first match of the first game of the final match of Week 1. LCK Summer.
And so, okay, jumping into this again, this is really interesting, and I really do want to take a little bit more time to talk about it because it's not every day that you get to say that Jax and Rise are actually going to have problems later on in the game.
I feel like you owe us a bit more of an explanation for that one.
Yeah, so in the later stages, Jax, you would think, well, he has the option to just sort of split push and try to do something. Well, they're on red side, so coordinating 1-3-1s is more difficult on red side due to the way that proximity to Baron works for the top lane and how unreliable top inhibitor turrets are. So, naturally, the Jax and the Rise can't get that going as well as they would like to. And because the Sona team composition with the Sylas and everything wants to start fighting around 2-3 items, normally when Rise and Jax would, most people would think, start taking over games. But all of the healing, all the shields, the way that Xin Zhao is going to work the World Ender off of one kill, the fact that Lee Sin and Jax have to be so up close and personal makes it really hard and awkward to actually fight, but also for Rise to reliably deal damage. So there's a lot of emphasis on the Ezreal, as well as just getting a pick. If SK Telecom gets one pick on any of the members, the team composition for AFREECA sort of falls apart.
Yeah, I think that especially if aiming goes down. If aiming goes down, there are a bunch of melees with not a lot to do.
Yes. Sona is the key component.
Absolutely. So, massive target on aiming's back, and we'll see whether he is able to make the right decisions in this game. However, if he survives, and he's very hard to jump on as well, given we've already mentioned the lower range here for SKT, is Keen not going to get stunned up by that Counter-Strike, as this top lane's actually very interesting between these two, and we wanted a more skill-based matchup between Keen and Khan.
This is potentially what we're looking at as the best top laner in Korea versus Khan. So we might be looking at number 1 and 2 duking it out here, although Summit is quite phenomenal.
Rascal also playing very well this season so far, despite his last performance on the Camille that I know you were thinking about.
He's the rookie of top lane. That's what's going on. He's the final boss for top laners in Korea.
Well, speaking of the final boss, I think for junglers it's cleared. And currently Yukal is having a lot of trouble, gets the Aftershock, hasn't actually flashed just yet, doesn't quite put together for herself. Hasn't been able to land the harass, I don't think, as AFREECA Freaks are going to try their hand at this Mount Drake.
This would be really sad if this is given up for free.
Especially when it's a Sona comp. We had this conversation earlier on. Amy takes some damage here as True Shot Barrage does a whole lot of work. The Sona might have to flash here. Needs to wait for some W's. Yeah, there's the Mantra Q coming out.
Well,
And Senon's going to get kicked back. Teddy in trouble. Dread dives on top of him. First blood going over to the AFREECA jungler. That is what decisive play is going to net you. And remember, if you get the ultimate out of Akama, you've got 3 buttons that you can press.
Yeah, and it was really indecisive out of SKT, except this is now decisive. Here comes the teleport.
Yeah, Mata is going to go into his stopwatch. It's a double teleport to come in, but Aiming is going to die for it. Yukal came down. Keen's going to join him. It's a big battle as Klid is in trouble. Dread can't close the distance on him, though. As Khan once again going to be dived on. Dread, can he get in there? Does he have the Audacious Charge back off cooldown? As Mata does tether himself over, but AFREECA Freak's not going to have any of it. It's 4v4. He's going to get neutralized. It's 1-1 at the top of the screen, as you can see. And about 100 goals the difference between these two.
That was a very chaotic little skirmish happening there, but everyone was very indecisive with what they wanted to do, seemingly. Obviously, the double teleport was nice out of SK Telecom. AFREECA respond to it.
Minion Wave's going begging everywhere on this map right now. Mid lane completely open, top lane completely open, pushing a little bit
let's take
towards AFREECA.
Replay of this, and so right here, Senon, he wants to go for some sort of a counter engage, and I thought that Lee Sin would just do a 4-man kick, but he had different plans in mind. Teddy as well. Teddy decided he wanted to make another quick trip back to the base. So AFREECA lunge onto him. This is where the double teleport comes in, though. Now you can see Aatrox, he's able to go back up to top lane, and Sona is just dead. So Senon can get out of this, and so can Xin Zhao at the north. So the fact that they teleport down Keen and Yukal is a misreading of the situation, because they can get an equal amount of gold in turret plates in top and the lane minions, as well as in mid lane.
Yeah, they didn't actually need to get there because the fight was already over.
Yeah, the fight was already over. So a little bit of an erroneous decision. However, out of AFREECA.
For AFREECA, they do manage to pick up the Mountain Drake, which is fantastic for a composition that struggles a little bit to take down the Baron super quickly, but can keep themselves very healthy while they do it. So Mountain Drake could be very valuable if they find themselves an opportunity to try and go for a sneaky Baron. Right now, mid lane, there is a battle as Dread is going to find Faker. That's a great lockdown. Infernal Chains are going to get in there. That CC bar lasted a real long time, and Yukal's going to be able to grab that kill.
Now some counter jungling actually being done by Yukal right here, making Klid use the smite.
Yeah. Lands a kick there, but Shelly looks to be going down. Keen looking for Khan. Lands some good knockups though, so Khan probably not wanting to take this battle, and it feels like things are going top heavy for AFREECA and bottom heavy for SKT.
Yeah.
Teddy and Mata are super far ahead. However, Keen is demolishing the map if he can get out of this lane.
Rift Herald taken, but it's a little bit too late to use it on any of the plates. Aiming!
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, you can see Senon needing the body block, feeling like it could be very, very dangerous. Okay. Klid's going to be able to find some camps here. He's down by a few of them, but not too much, as we have a look at this one yet again. Faker just wrong place, wrong time.
Where is he going?
The river.
Oh.
Top river.
Oh, okay. He needed to go that way? Yeah. Okay.
Where he's going.
All right.
At an appointment.
Yeah, I thought it was very important for him to walk that way while Lee Sin was doing the red and Khan was in top lane. So, all right. Thank you for making that clear.
You're welcome. Yeah, he's going to find Faker once again in Yukal, as there's the big kick, but it's Yukal that gets the flash kick instead. More kicks going everywhere else as Keen is the one in trouble. Hero's entrance way too late there from Senon. Realm Warp's going to come forward, not going to work as he's knocked out of it. It's a 1-for-1 in the mid lane.
Ends up being a 1-for-1, but that's going to be advantageous for AFREECA.
Aiming, bit of a panic ultimate here as Teddy looking for more damage. Doesn't find that Q though, as Senon can't find the Winds of War. Teddy gets over the wall, no flash necessary, and he's even able to shoot a drone.
He is so angry that he Mystic shot Bertha.
He's just when it comes to team fights, or at least that was the case during the spring season and at MSI. So AFREECA might need to speed this one up or start making the decisive plays to catch someone out and make something happen when they can find an advantage. Dread shows up, You're not going to land there onto him as Clid waiting in the wings, but 4 members of SKT are here. They're looking to protect this Mountain Dragon if they can. Realm Warp from UCal. Moving forward, diving in. That's a 3-man taunt as Teddy has to Arcane Shift away. The crescendo is only onto Khan, who's going to get out safely. True Shot Barrage narrowly avoided there as the AFREECA Freaks look to heal back up and make their way to the Dragon.
And there's a lot of pressure right now on Teddy.
Yeah, this is the scary thing, right?
Team fight, yeah.
They killed nobody, however, they have all the priority on this Mountain Drake. SKT moving in, still seeing whether they can do it. Second Mountain goes over to AFREECA, and now they're just trying to get out of there. Hero's entrance comes down. Senin is going to land as Khan does have the stopwatch to stay alive, but all 5 members, Song and Celerity, Sona's a great champion, and AFREECA gets out.
Sona's a great champion. If SK Telecom want to get another Dragon this game, they'll be rewarded greatly.
It just got harder. It just got harder to get another Dragon, though, because there's 2 mountains on the side of AFREECA. As Dread, missing the point-blank W. I like it. As Aiming says, no, I didn't just get bursted down. I promise. As he heals himself back up. Well, Teleport is going to get the Silas back in here, as SKT, aware that there's no vision in this Baron pit, are looking to
so many ways to check it.
Yeah, a ward over the wall is one of them.
What is this?
It's called milling about in the river. Haven't you ever been on a holiday to like somewhere near a river?
I have no idea.
People mill about in rivers all the time.
They ran from Dragon to the left side of the river in dilly-dally.
Yeah, and they lost their outer turret in the middle.
Where did they learn this?
Well, not at the LS school of things that you should do in the mid-game. They didn't go to that school.
They didn't learn this from NA either. They should have done that in the middle lane, the NARAM.
Yeah.
So
the lane's just going the other way. That might actually help SKT, who are relatively low range. They've got a Jax who loves movement speed, and you can see AFREECA, they have started this one up. It's directly under the noses of SKT.
It goes down so quickly.
Yeah, down to about half health already. Clid's over here, though. This is a 50-50, and AFREECA are looking to turn. They've got Crescendo. They've got a lot of tools to make this one work, and SKT have to be decisive because aiming heals so damn much as this poke is flying in. SKT routing them, though. They will be able to take down this outer turret as Khan, he looks for the counter-strike, doesn't find it. Now Clid's looking for the kick, but misses. Keen, Umbral Dash is a pretty good ability, moves him out of the way, as now UCal, the abscond, not quite enough.
And the Ezreal is showing up big. This was the kind of poke that I was mentioning could try.
Red might need to actually ult here as he dives on forward, looking for more. Flash still available. Tries to get out of there. Crescendo completely whiffs as Khan dives in, but can't get too much more. Keen has some options, but Worldender won't keep him alive unless they get a kill, and he has to get out. Now SKT think it's their turn for a Baron.
This might be the very thin timing where SK Telecom can try to turn everything around. That build that's coming out now. It's not the Iceborne Gauntlet, it's the Trinity Force.
Yeah, Luden's Echo now completed.
Yep. Luden's completed. Miramana there too. Sword penetration boots now also for Ezreal.
Third time's the charm, LS, as we're starting up the Baron yet again. Down to about half health as Clid is here. 5 members of SKT versus all 5 of AFREECA.
Oh god.
Realm Warp's going to come in. UCal trying to set this one up. Another taunt is going to land, but it's not quite enough work as the hero's entrance will come down. Khan in the bouncy castle. Crescendo saved just for him as Clid has to go golden. He's right in the middle of the team as the Zinzao is picked off, but aiming still alive for the moment. So much damage from Baker, but not quite enough as Teddy finds UCal, aiming desperately, trying to keep himself alive as Keen wants to dive onto the Ezreal. True Shot Barrage goes wide. Baron's still alive, though, and it's an even trade. Picked up that Luden's Echo as we're running it back one more time.
We got it one more time.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really scary, though. SK Telecom, they don't have the summoners that they just had, and while AFREECA doesn't either, they're less reliant on having them compared to SKT. Oh, Dread taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a big knock up there onto Teddy in the backline as Mara's in trouble. He's going to go down first. Clid in trouble as well. Infernal Chains will be broken, but now they have to deal with Khan. Oh, it's a 2-man Crescendo as Baker is going to get caught up right in the middle of the enemy team, and this might be it. Clid is still alive, but it would be suicide to dive into this pit. He may just have to try as UCal's looking for it. Clid in so much trouble, but he's able to limp away for the moment. The Baron is still leashed, and I think they're going to have to work on a miracle here It is going to be the smite, and Dread keeps a level head, and they finally get the Baron.
And these are the type of team fights I was talking about.
Mid lane.
I'm going to be really careful.
Yeah, man, like, if aiming's there, AFREECA are at full health.
Yeah.
Just all the time. And he's even got his Magi's.
SKT are probably wondering how they lost with this.
Well, they lost with this many minutes ago.
Yeah.
In fact, 20 minutes ago, they'd already lost. And that's a good way to counteract the Sona, because she doesn't do this for the first 15 minutes of the game. As Khan is fighting, looking for Yukal, but does have to make his way out. Teleport is invested there from the AFREECA Freaks. A win for SKT.
And just the movement speed from Sona being able to dance between lanes with her teammates. And they also do have one Clown Drake to boot.
Yep. Well, Mountain Drakes are going to help the towers fall down very, very quickly. And a team without a AD carry is certainly one that's going to benefit from that. Clid has to safeguard to get himself out as AFREECA Freaks. They move back in again. I think they took some damage. Not entirely sure.
Galio's
Sona
splitting.
exists. Yep, Galio in the mid lane. Does have heroic entrance if they want to get on top of Faker. Yeah, is going to get taken down extremely low. The knockout party is going to be there. And Dread secures the kill and the turret and even more. AFREECA Freaks, they've got their first inhibitor. They're looking for their second. And SKT look completely out of answers.
Yeah. This game is definitely over. Ryze is such an integral part to the team composition. The Morellonomicon and him being able to spread it through so many teammates, or through so many opponents inside of the team fight, is so important. They almost got aiming. They got him.
Clid looking for. Oh no, he lands the crescendo. The kickback's not enough. As they at least managed to dive onto Yukal. Sacrifices himself, though there's no re-engage. The base is in shambles, but SKT survive.
Yeah, they did manage to hold on. But the question then becomes, how do they answer? Look at the timers for the next Baron and the Elder. They come up at the same time. Now maybe SK Telecom make the correct decision and go for the Elder, and maybe AFREECA makes a blunder, goes for the Baron. That could be one way that SKT could actually come back and win, is through Elder Dragon. That's the only hope that SKT have in this game. And this is, interestingly enough, sometimes why I say it's more correct to lead the Elemental Dragon up. As we're seeing this team fight where they just get spread so far apart. Yukal goes down because everyone wanted to save aiming.
Yep.
Ends up resulting in SK Telecom holding on for a while. But if this Elder wasn't spawning right now and you're AFREECA, you probably feel so good.
Well, see whether AFREECA can prioritize it. Minute and a half until that buff is available. You wouldn't expect that Faker would be 0-5 because he still does a really scary amount of damage on this Ryze. Needs to be respected despite the scoreline. As True Shot Barrage there from Teddy is going to weaken all of these minions. Big Wave, though, is making its way towards the inner turret. And Amy's going to move up. Lichbane, yeah, she's pretty good at taking turrets down as well this stage of the game.
Yeah.
So, what can't she do?
Tank.
She can't frontline.
She can't frontline. She can't do that. She sort of can.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So she needs to be buffed. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're going to need a buff.
I think that we need a buff here.
Yeah. Permanent invulnerability, I think.
You know what? I have an idea. Let me throw some nerfs your way. You tell me if you agree with them or not.
Yeah,
How about this?
Yeah, okay, go.
How about we take 5 MS off? That could work. Okay. How about a quarter-second offer queue?
Ooh.
Added to her queue, sorry.
Added to her queue, quarter-second?
Quarter-second.
I don't know whether that's enough for now, to be honest. I don't know whether you're going to really feel that, especially with all the stacking cooldown reduction she gets. Last remaining inhibitor is going to get taken down. Counter-strike was considered there by Khan, but unable to find anyone out of position. SKT chasing AFREECA out of their base. The damage has been done. This red buff will be taken by AFREECA. Teddy wants to take it. As Dread's in trouble, the ultimate's going to come in. He does have the GA. Heroic entrance is going to land as Senin puts himself in front of the enemy team. Khan up towards the top side. AFREECA fighting on 2 fronts. That's exactly what you don't want to do as this goes. But now they move themselves forward. Faker is going to get taken out as Dread is going to be the trade. It is not the trade you want to make if you're an SKT fan, as Aiming and the rest of the team move over with the hijacked Realm Warp into the Baron Pit.
No. This is the thing SK Telecom needs.
Oh, wow. Is this the both trade? That's the aim, right?
Oh.
But they're not going to get it.
Okay, they're not going to get both, but they get the Elder, which is the one that they want.
Yeah. So Elder is going to be picked up here by SKT. Baron goes over to the AFREECA Freaks.
Oh, man.
Yeah, looking to try and
Look
route
how
them.
fast
Yeah,
everyone is.
Khan's in trouble. The abscond not going to land there as Khan gets over the wall. AFREECA's still looking for him though. They're following super creeps into the enemy base. Amy's got a Banshee's Veil. There's so many minions.
It might be too many minions.
9 seconds on Faker, and then they'll have 5 members still
man.
alive. Nexus turret's now falling down.
Oh,
Yuko
look at those
picks
minions.
up the ultimate. Is cleared. He's getting smacked around by the super creeps. These turrets are not lasting at all. The double Mountain Drake is huge. Crescendo lands onto just the Jackson. They're back down to having only 4. The Nexus is the focus, and AFREECA take game 1.
That was really